No need to reinvent the wheel, but we are doing wheeling. So welcome to another episode of Pionex Dual Investment Wheeling. In this case, we finished one Ethereum wheel. Sadly, Pionex doesn't let me filter the history, so everything is in here. So I will highlight only the most important things. Let me zoom in a bit. So we started the wheel on the 16th of July. So this is the first order, $1,767.53. We initially targeted 3,125. You know, Ethereum by now is a lot higher, but yeah, then we had basically 6 days where we did this again and again and again. So this is basically the first order where we got assigned. So we ended at 1,815 putting in, got still over $10 in rewards. We targeted 3,750 and we ended at 8 AM UTC at 3,700 straight. So we were assigned, meaning we needed to buy Ethereum at 3,750. So we bought 0.486 and a bit Ethereum. And then basically we did the same again and again in the other direction. So we now are subscribing to sell high. So this is basically the first order, where we now use our Ethereum that we initially got. And you can see here, the rewards are not paid anymore in USDT, but the rewards are now paid in Ethereum. So you can see here we got 0.00135 and a bit Ethereum. I try to always go above the initial strike price I was assigned, so that you not only get some profit from the actual rewards from the dual investment, but also from the buy low and sell high. So in this case I targeted the 3,800. The price tanked a bit and we did not get assigned, so we did it again and again and again. And 6 days later at this one we finally got assigned, so, and with even a better price. So we targeted 3,850 and we ended at 3,892. So we sold 3,850 and we increased our Ethereum through the rewards a bit. So this netted us 1,892 and 78 cents, which makes a total of $130.25 in profits, which is, considering the initial investment, a 7.36% ROI or a 0.61% ROI per day, which I think is very good. So if you sum it up over a month, you would be at 18% in a month, which is, for me, it's perfect fine. I mean, you see, this is again the risk in quotation marks, because if you would have known that Ethereum is ripping like it did, you could have made a lot more money by just buying it. So when you can see here, we started, as I initially said, at 3,125. If I just straight up used my 1,767 at that point, bought Ethereum, so it would be around, I think, 0.5 or something, give or take a bit more, let's say 0.55 Ethereum, and then I would have sold it at the high, so 3.8 or 3.39. I would have made more than the 130, a bit at least. But I'm fine using this approach because you have no need to time the market at all. You have you still get paid by waiting, and yeah, you should only do this on coins you do not mind holding on the longer term, because the actual bigger risk than the missing rewards that we have potentially here is when you have got assigned, like I did, for example, for the 3,750, and we were at 3,700 and it tanks to 3,500, 3,400, 3,300. You will not get any more good strike prices for the dual investment, but you could use other approaches on Pionex. In this case, you could start one of the moon bots. You could put it for a couple of days in the simple earn, where you still get some percentage. It's not much, but it's not just laying around. You have multiple ways to overcome this, and I mean, in the worst case, you could still stake it, right? At least in the case of Ethereum. And Bitcoin, it's another story. But going forward with this, I will now use a bit of these 130 and buy actually some coins and put them away. And I don't know what exactly I will be doing with them, but you can see, at least if you take the coins you believe in the long run and you don't mind holding, this is a great way to earn some money, to even buy more. So I now can buy the dip, because today, if you look at it, well, we went down quite a bit. And of course, I already started a new wheel. So when you see here, I am quite down. So when I opened that one, I used the 3,825 as my strike price for tomorrow. Again, I got around $10, which I think is very great. It's 190% RPR, so over the year, so it should be around 0.4, 0.5% a day, or something like that. Quick maths. And yeah, so if we would go now and check, for example, what could we get? So I mean, the values would change because we're currently within a day. So assuming we get from the current point, we go for the next day. Oh, it's the wrong direction. We want to invest Ethereum, and we had 3,850, 3,875, still one day. So meaning it's in tomorrow at 8 UTC. So it's not much time. It's like 15 hours. It would still be 0.082, so not that much, but you need to consider we are quite far away already. We are it's stupid looking at that one. We are getting assigned at 3,825. Sorry about that. So we are currently at 3,760. We would get assigned at 3,825, and I always like to target one strike above, as I said, at least one strike above. And in this case, it would be 0.135%. Not that bad. And if you look at the 2 days, we would already get 0.5%. So basically 0.25% a day, as this is a 2-day expiry. And we are in between right now. So we are, it's 7 p.m. my time. So I think it's 5 p.m. UTC, something like that. Looking at the numbers now doesn't make that much sense. But to give you a feeling, even though we tanked a bit, we have no problem earning still very, very good ROIs. I mean, it would need to tank around, I think, $100 more to get you actually in trouble, at least for 1 day expiries. But the good thing is, if this tanks, going down always means increasing volatility. You may notice if you are familiar with normal options trading. Tanking stock is always increasing volatility, so the VIX in the normal stock market is going up if SPX is going down, and increasing volatility has a positive effect on option prices, in at least for the selling side. We are the selling side, as the option premiums are rising because more uncertainty comes into the market. And so yeah, this goes hand in hand. A bit at least. I'm not sure if this is exactly behaving the same, but from what I observed, it follows a similar route. That's why I'm currently also trading mainly for the real Ethereum, because for Bitcoin, it's gotten too quiet. Bitcoin's volatility has, is not great anymore, so you cannot earn that much of API there, or APR. And I also believe in Ethereum. I don't mind holding Ethereum and Bitcoin. But yeah, if the price would tank to 3,000, 3,200, which I don't think it will, I would just start one of the future spots here, which can earn you additional Ethereum when the price is just fluctuating or moving in one direction. And I would, of course, do a long bot. If you're interested about that especially, let me know so I can make a video about the CoinM futures grid bots of Pionex. It's a bit different to the BTC growth bot, where I already made a video about. They behave a bit differently, but the goals are always the same: earn more coin, and earn more coin. And sometimes in the future you are a millionaire or something like that. Alright, see you in the next one.